This is Christine Sohmer of MassapequaNews.com. For the news week ending July 4th, 2006, the following synopsis and commentary is brought to you by the Moms-to-Be study. Take a look. In political news, Massapequa Park Mayor James Altadonna was on hand this weekend serving breakfast to the neighborhood at Brady Park on Sunday, July 2nd. Among his staff of volunteers was Senator Charles Fuschillo, Legislator Peter Schmitt, and the Incorporated Village's town trustees. I'm the first to admit how little I know about politics.
Okay.
What I will say is, community leaders like this are pretty impressive. We caught up with Mayor Altadonna later that same day when he presented John Grunert with a congratulatory trophy at the Roadrunners Firecracker 5K run. Mr. Grunert finished in 17 minutes, 19 seconds. Mayor Altadonna was joined by Village Trustee Teresa Spinoza and New York State Assemblyman Joseph Saladino. Guess who we ran into at the Independence Day Parade? Mr. Mayor, once again. This is starting to sound like the Mayor Altadonna show. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Mayor Altadonna marched in the July 4th parade in the grueling heat along with Senator Fuschillo, Representative King, Legislator Schmitt, Assemblyman Saladino, Town of Oyster Bay Supervisor Venditto, the entire council staff, and my personal favorite, Steve Labriola, town clerk. He's just so damn cute. Take a look at the events page to view the MassapequaNews.com photojournalist coverage of each events. In community news, Massapequa Park's newest resident is Michaela Abigail Buckley. Born on the 4th of July to Mindy and Larry Buckley, she is the new kid sister of Phelan, granddaughter of Bruce and Georgia Bitterman and Don and Dolores Buckley, also of Massapequa Park. If you are expecting, or if someone you know is, visit the Moms-to-Be study on the fitness page. Beginning on July 10th, the Yes Community Counseling Center offers a teen night out at Marjorie Post Park. If you are between the ages of 13 and 17, meet at the handball courts at 7 p.m. For more information, please call Mark at 799-3203. That same Monday kicks off the Police Athletic League's karate program at Marjorie Post Park as well. For more information, please dial 971-8835. Monday, July 10th seems to be the big night out for the whole family. Drop the kids off and head over to the clam bake at Palmer's American Grill. For additional information on any of these events, please check in at the message board on the homepage of MassapequaNews.com. In criminal news, my favorite. Of the 4 stolen cars reported in Massapequa this week, 3 of them have already been recovered. Aside from the random menacing and identity theft arrests this week, take a look at the petty larceny and DWI arrests. Notice anything unusual? As far as gender-specific crimes go, let me know. Scooter's Pub reported the larceny of 3 cases of beer and a pirate ship steering wheel. Police are now looking for a drunken buccaneer, probably rambling things like, "Arg!"
Aye, aye, Captain.
West Babylon resident Tom O'Hora, posing as a general contractor, was arrested and charged with grand larceny for cashing a $9,432 check for a vinyl siding job in Massapequa Park that he never began nor completed. So much for home improvements. I'd like to call our final story the Cadillac of this week's news stories, but, well, you decide. A Sloman serviceman locked himself in the rear cab of his 1997 Ford van while the vehicle was running. Before you go canceling your boiler service, understand that it's easier than you think to lock yourself in the back of a van made by Ford. Similar to a car trunk, While not as limited in space, you can't climb into the front seat to release yourself. How do I know all this? Well, let's just say that I know. Neighbors heard his calls for help and called the police. If you heard a man screaming for help and crying in the back of a van, what would you do?
You want the truth? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth!
That's all there is, and I'm out of here. Have a great week, and don't get caught doing anything you wouldn't want published here next.
Come on, I dare you.